I guess Joyce will tell us where we're hitting in the coming 5 years. Joyce Dogniez, our Vice President for Community Engagement. The floor is yours, Joyce.
Shukran, Hannah. Merhaba, salam alaikum. Biferechni kun makon Leon. And this is the extent, the full extent of my Arabic. So, it's really a pleasure for me to be here today with you. And I have to say, I always get a little bit emotional when I see this video because it's a lot of familiar faces doing a lot of amazing things in local contexts. And I don't know if you noticed, but nobody was wearing masks in this video. So, and this brings me to the fact that I think we all know, and we all keep saying it, it's a very challenging year this year for many reasons. For many of us, things have been very different, whether it's at home, at work, even in some of our cities that have been hit with challenging circumstances. I look at Hannah as I say this, and the rest of the Lebanon chapter members and their friends and families. Having said that, we do see that the internet is even more important than before for many people around the world. And while I would have loved to see you face to face, and in normal circumstances, that's what we would have done. But as Christine and Hannah both said, it was not possible this year. But today's meeting and yesterday's meeting is actually a clear example of the fact that the internet is really crucial, and the work that we all do every day to defend and promote this internet that we all care about is even more crucial than before. And so despite the challenging times, as Hannah alluded to, I mean, it's Saturday today. We had other workshops over weekends. We had chapter events over weekends, on holidays, and so on. And the dedication from the Internet Society members and the chapter leaders is really making a difference. We see this. I mean, the high participation of everybody really is amazing and is really heartwarming. I see everybody's really supporting the goals of the Internet Society in many, many ways. Now, Hannah, as she said, has asked me today to look a little bit at our longer term goals and to zoom out a little bit and to frame some of those discussions that some of you had yesterday and that you will have going forward today as well. So as you all know, the vision of the Internet Society, at least I hope you know, it was in the video, so you know, is the internet is for everyone. This is a very ambitious goal, and it allows us really to, let's say, to keep the end destination in mind. Now, the end destination is a big goal, so I want to bring it a little bit closer and look at what it is that guides us to that vision. So what we did last year, as you may remember, is that we defined our strategic goals for 2025. And our strategic goals for 2025 is to work towards an open, globally connected, secure, and trustworthy internet for everyone. Now, those are big words, and so let me try to explain them a little bit in my own words. So if we start with open, what we can say when you look at open internet, it actually means that it's an internet where everybody can create, where everybody can use the internet or deploy technologies according to their own wishes. So how they want, how they can and how they want. That's what we mean with open. The globally connected parts, or the globally connected internet, could be defined as one where everything and everyone that wants a connection can get one that is good enough. Now then we can talk about what is good enough, but I'll leave that for another discussion. So that's really what the globally connected internet means. The next one, security, specifically now that more people are online, and I think as a mom, I always think of my son as well when I say that, is the security that the internet that we stand for as well. And so we can say that the internet is secure when it doesn't make a person, an organization, or society more vulnerable than they are without the internet, so that it doesn't add vulnerability to their being, to their existence, to their participation. And the trustworthy piece, that is really when it's designed, built, and deployed so that people can believe it will not be a threat and it will not betray their expectations. So that's really what we mean with this open, globally connected, secure, and trustworthy internet for everyone. Now, these are, as I said, these are ambitious goals, but considering the critical role that the internet plays in today's world, I believe that they're very important, but also possible to achieve if we all work together. So we've seen a lot of that happening already. So how can we get there? We've worked with all of you to define the next steps, really, the path to achieve those goals. And you may remember that we did a community consultation last year to identify priority areas and issues for the Internet Society, all of us, to work on together with the community. And so the conclusion of the consultation was that we want to grow the internet, so we want to make it bigger, so that more people can get connected, and that we also need to make the internet stronger to make sure that it cannot be harmed. So I'm simplifying the concepts here a little bit, but I wanted to give you a bit of an idea of what we're trying to achieve in the broader lines. So I know that some of you have done some more specific work and had some specific discussions about the projects yesterday, and I know that you will dive into some of those discussions later today as well. So I'm not going to go through the projects into details. What I wanted today to do with you today is really to highlight some of the things that in uncertain times like what we have today and now, is that the community really has never been more important. We're pretty much all stuck at home, or going from home to the office and back. That's pretty much it. And so the fact that the community is really working together is really critical. We've seen many examples of that, but I wanted to stimulate you a little bit by showing a little bit what this means. So community is very much like the internet. It's a network of networks. We have people from all of our regions here today. They are part of separate networks, and today, through HANA, we allow these networks to connect and to basically have like an inter-people net instead of an internet. We add the people concept in the middle of that. And so just like with the internet, the more networks that connect to each other, the stronger the community, and so the stronger that internet or that inter-people net becomes. And so I'm very pleased to see that, together we are really growing the Internet Society community, or the internet community, I should rather say, in the region. And so Christine already alluded to that. Together we can really explain what the global internet is and what it is not, and we do even more work together and openly to make this internet bigger and stronger, as I mentioned, in the Middle East, but also beyond. And so, as Christine highlighted, there's a strong history of the Internet Society in the Middle East. So I said, we have 5 Internet Society chapters. I borrowed one, and I'll explain why in a second. But so we have, as Christine mentioned, Bahrain, Lebanon, Palestine, Yemen, but we kind of include as well, Egypt in the conversations most of the time. So I beefed up the numbers by 1. So it's extended family, as we call it, right? And so Hannah and Nermeen are also working with various groups interested in forming additional chapters, but also people who are just keen to support the activities we have. I know, I think we had some of our friends from Oman and from KSA on the call I saw in the poll earlier. So we're really looking forward, obviously, to seeing you join the Internet Society family soon. So thank you for being here today and already being part of the discussions. Now, as I said, the work has never been more important than now. And so we've seen that the impact that COVID had on the internet, but also on the internet ecosystem. The effects of COVID were discussed during many meetings, MENOG being one of them, where many of our community were part of the discussion. And as a region, I have to say this region is probably one of the most resilient regions I know, for many reasons. And sadly, you are used to disruptions. And it's really amazing to see that you're looking to building solutions rather than just sitting back. So this is a big part of what I've seen in the region is happening, is really trying to find solutions here and finding them together. There's important discussions as well about how to keep the 85%, I believe is a number that was quoted during MENOG, of the traffic that goes through Europe because of the lack of adequate IXP infrastructure. There's lots of discussions happening on how to keep that traffic locally, and including the importance of the community in that, but also the supportive legal frameworks to really keep the traffic more local. We also saw some discussions about security, and in particular routing security, which I think you'll talk about later today, if I'm not mistaken. So I just want to say there's a lot happening, and all thanks to the fact that we all do it together, and that we collaborate and work together to move ahead on the road to this long-term vision of the internet is for everyone, and to get us closer to achieving those 2025 goals of an open, globally connected, secure, trustworthy internet for everyone. 2025 is not very far off, even though it seems like 5 years is a long time. Now I'd like to end on some numbers, because we are here today with part of the Middle East Internet Society community, but you are part of a global community, and a global community of over 70,000 individuals who all said that they believe in what we do. As Christine said, 131 chapters and special interest groups with volunteers, over 1,000 volunteers we have, I think, who every day, like you, give their time and their passion to this vision. And we also have nearly 100 organizations who support us financially to help us make all of this happen. Now, I know there's a full agenda today, and I know Hannah and Loué will keep you very busy. Hannah and Loué, will keep you very busy. So I just want to end by saying shukran for everything you do, and for your passion as well, and for the energy to really keep us growing and strengthening this internet in difficult times, but continuously. So shukran.